Why my family?
In a traditional Thai market, Kong, a ruthless gang leader, collected protection money and drug profits from his territory. He kept a distance from the dirty work, ordering his men to handle problems on their own. While overseeing his operations, Kong received a call from Tia Kun, who claimed to have brought the demanded money. However, Kong sensed a trap. The audio from the phone matched the TV broadcast playing in the market around him. Someone was trying to corner him inside his own domain. It turned out the phone was with a man waiting nearby. Furious, Kong challenged the stranger to follow him. The chase led them to Kang's drug warehouse. Outside the warehouse, the man named Onbai swiftly killed Kang's guards. Kong ordered his men inside to eliminate Onbai, promising them a reward originally meant for Tia Kun. After defeating the attackers, Onbai demanded to know why Kong had killed his wife and child. Kong confessed he was just following orders from someone higher up. Before he could reveal the name, Onbai spotted a logo on the warehouse belonging to Ing Hao, a Chinese logistics businessman. Onbai realized Ing Hao was behind the scheme. The real hunt had just begun. This is striking rescue. When pressed, Kong said he did not know where his boss was but gave a clue. Ing Hao's bodyguard picked up his daughter from Jiadi school in a car with a license plate JTI 6677. Onbai then waited at the school until he saw the car arrive. Zheng Wu, Ing Hao's personal bodyguard, stepped out to pick up Tingting, Ing Hao's daughter. Their interaction felt tense. Tingting asked about her father, and Zheng Wu replied that Ing Hao was busy with work. Onbai quietly slipped a tracking device into Tingting's bag after bumping into her. Knowing that Zheng Wu would not allow strangers close, he moved carefully, leaving no trace. At home, Tingting was accompanied by Ping Lu, her father's strict personal secretary. Ing Hao insisted that Tingting change clothes before meals, demonstrating his rigid parenting style. Ping Lu reported trouble in their logistics department. Police had seized shipments after drugs were found in a warehouse. She suspected an insider was working with the smugglers. Ing Hao demanded that the problem be solved quietly before it damaged the company's reputation. Listening in through the GPS in Tingting's bag, Onbai grew increasingly certain that Ing Hao had masterminded the murder of his family. Shortly after, Tingting returned to the dining table and was immediately questioned about the incident at school. The school had contacted Ing Hao, urging him not to cut funding despite his daughter's involvement in a fight. Overwhelmed with emotion, Tingting vented her frustration, accusing her father of never truly caring, only fixing problems with money and breaking his promise to visit her mother's grave. These words shocked Ing Hao. For the first time, he truly listened. He decided to put business aside and told Ping Lu to arrange a flight to China for the next morning. He wanted to honor his late wife's memory and rebuild his relationship with Tingting. Meanwhile, Onbai prepared to strike, targeting Ing Hao during the trip to the airport. Elsewhere, Kong faced an interrogation from Long over the missing drugs, as the seized shipment was extremely valuable. Kong blamed Onbai for the attack, but Long rejected the excuse. He accused Kong of negligence and ordered Wei to eliminate Kong and his men. Soon after, their boss Clay called in fury. The drug smuggling through Ing Hao's company had been exposed by the police. Clay, son of the former leader, felt insulted by Long's handling of the situation. He commanded Wei to pressure Ing Hao to fix the crisis quickly and to hunt down Onbai before it was too late. Ing Hao, committed to mending things with his daughter, prepared to leave. Though Tingting seemed happy, her feelings toward her father remained complicated. Before departure, Ping Lu reported that police had found the same drugs 3 years ago. After internal deals, the case had been kept secret. Ing Hao realized the immense pressure on him. He ordered Ping Lu to represent him at meetings, offering thanks and sending costly gifts to maintain support. As Ing Hao's convoy moved toward the airport, Onbai monitored the GPS on Tingting's bag. He prepared a homemade bomb to ambush their car along a predicted route. Before they reached the trap, 2 vehicles blocked their path. A staged collision erupted, orchestrated by Long's men as part of the kidnapping plan. Attackers rushed in, ordered to capture Ing Hao alive and kill all guards except Tingting. Gunfire broke out. Onbai rushed to the scene, determined not to miss his chance at Ing Hao. Meanwhile, Zheng Wu commanded his men to shield Tingting and pursued the container, holding Ing Hao. However, Wei's men guarded the location, blocking Zheng Wu's advance. Amid the chaos, Onbai crashed into the kidnapper's position. He found the area littered with bodies, but Ing Hao was gone. Long's men immediately attacked Onbai, suspecting him of being an enemy. Onbai spotted Tingting being chased by armed men. At first, He hesitated because her father had destroyed his family. Yet he detonated the bomb, destroying the pursuers' vehicles and saving Ting. Then he slipped away, leaving Zheng Wu to handle the rest. Meanwhile, Clay kidnapped Mr. Hung, a congressman outspoken against the drug network. Clay forced him to inhale drugs as punishment and threatened to kill his family if he resisted. When Mr. Hung hesitated, Clay shot his wife in front of him. Terrified, Mr. Hung begged for mercy for his children. Clay allowed only one child to live, forcing Mr. Hung to choose. Mr. Hung tried to fight back, but discovered his pistol was unloaded. Clay executed him and one child. The surviving child was taken to a lab for drug experiments. Soon after, Ing Hao arrived at a meeting spot where Clay confronted him. Clay offered a partnership and handed over documents transferring ownership of the local logistics company in Jiadi. The plan was to make it the cartel's exclusive distribution channel, free from oversight. Ing Hao refused to join. He rejected being a pawn of the cartel. Clay threatened to kill him, but then shifted tactics. He said killing Ing Hao was pointless because the real punishment would be forcing him to watch his daughter die before his eyes. At the hideout, Ting realized the man who had saved her was Anbai, the same fugitive reported to have killed his own family. She immediately accused him of being the culprit. Angered, Anbai revealed that it was actually Ing Hao who had caused the deaths of his wife and child. He did not expect her trust. If Ting doubted him, she was free to leave. He had only saved her from a cartel kidnapping. Meanwhile, Zheng Wu contacted Ping Lu about the incident. He suspected retaliation from the drug syndicate following the police raid. He requested CCTV footage from Jiadi School to identify the man in a hat who had taken Ting. Ping Lu sensed a leak about Ing Hao's airport route. She questioned Asa, who said only the escort captain knew, and the information was given minutes before departure. Soon after, Ting called Ping Lu, saying she was safe at a phone booth near Plantation. Ping Lu warned her to stay hidden and trust no one, not even Zheng Wu. She promised to pick her up soon. Minutes later, a police patrol car passed by. Ting tried to stop it, hoping for safety, but the officers recognized her as Ing Hao's daughter and invited her in. She complied, believing she was safe. From a distance, a motor officer spotted them and tried to report in, but was shot dead by a fake cop. Ting was trapped. The imposter warned her not to try to escape. Before things worsened, Anbai arrived and rescued Ting. He captured one attacker and forced him to reveal who had ordered the kidnapping. The man confessed that a $1 million reward was offered for Ing Hao's daughter, but did not know who had set the price. At a safe location, Anbai showed Ting the tracking device hidden in her bag. That was how he had always known her whereabouts. Ting felt confused. Since the kidnapping, she had suspected everyone, including her father and guards, were hiding secrets. She no longer knew whom to trust. She realized only Zheng Wu and Ping Lu had known her departure route. She suspected they might know where her father was. As night fell, she vowed to find him with their help. Anbai was shocked and asked if she planned to help kill her father. Ting denied it. She wanted to prove her father was not a murderer. She explained that drugs had taken her mother's life, and her family hated drugs deeply. She believed Anbai would not kill without cause, and said she was the key to uncovering the truth. Meanwhile, Zheng Wu arrived at the fake cop car scene and found one officer's corpse. Later, Ping Lu informed him that Anbai was the kidnapper and a fugitive linked to a family murder. Zheng Wu ordered that if Ting contacted anyone, Ping Lu must inform him immediately. He forbade anyone from coming to the location, as Ting was gone. During their journey, Ting shared that 3 years ago, Ing Hao had fired employees caught smuggling drugs through his logistics routes. The drugs seized recently matched those old shipments and locations. She believed the company still held the records. Together, Anbai and Ting captured a man named Hong for questioning. Anbai threatened to destroy Hong's phone unless he revealed where Siri, the former leader fired by Ing Hao, was hiding. Under pressure, Hong admitted Siri was at Lace Market, but warned it was dangerous and even avoided by police. On the way, Anbai asked about Ting's pink bag. She said it was her mother's birthday gift and that she always took it to school. Anbai recalled giving his own daughter a pink phone as a birthday present. Arriving at Lace Market, they carefully planned their next move. Ting chose to go alone, believing that Anbai's presence would draw unwanted attention and allow their target to slip away. As Ing Hao's daughter, she thought she would be safer on her own. She trusted Anbai to protect her from any threats outside. Inside the bustling market, Ting met Siri and offered him $2 million to help find Ing Hao. Siri refused, still bitter over Ing Hao's role in getting him imprisoned. He revealed that Clay was Ing Hao's kidnapper and that for 3 years, Clay's shipments had been moving through Inghao's logistics company. Meanwhile, Zhang Wu and Long tracked Tingting's location and made their way toward the market. Tingting was stunned to learn that her father was involved in drugs. Before she could fully process the revelation, Siri exploded in anger, furious that Tingting had accidentally ruined his drug stash. He threatened to cut off her hand. Onbai arrived just in time to rescue Tingting and ordered her to leave immediately. Before escaping, he questioned Siri further. He learned that Clay's base was a secret facility outside the city, accessible only through a courier named Uncle Gio, who lived at Motel Jati. They fled as Siri's men gave chase. Onbai sped through narrow market alleys on a motorcycle, dodging gunfire. Their escape came to a halt in a tight corridor. Just as the pursuers closed in, Wei appeared, wielding an automatic rifle and driving them off. However, her true goal was to take Tingting from Onbai. When he refused, a brutal fight broke out. Despite being stabbed and badly wounded, Onbai managed to knock Wei off the building's second floor. Tingting tried to run again, but was blocked by armed men. Zhang Wu arrived, shooting down the attackers. Still unsure whom to trust, Tingting chose to flee alone. She declined Zhang Wu's offer to accompany her, not wanting him to risk his life for her. Onbai returned and took Tingting far from danger. Elsewhere, a badly wounded Wei, her face injured, rose in fury. She swore revenge on Onbai. That night, Tingting and Onbai reached a remote area. Onbai's stab wounds worsened, forcing them to seek help at a veterinary clinic. The doctor stabilized him, but warned that a fever could develop due to limited medicine. When Onbai woke, he asked for directions to Motel Jati. The doctor cautioned that it was unsafe, but provided brief instructions. They headed there and rented a room. Unbeknownst to them, the receptionist alerted Uncle Gio about 2 suspicious guests. A short time later, Uncle Gio and his men arrived at the motel and tried to force the door, but Onbai was ready. He quickly defeated the group and captured Uncle Gio. Under pressure, Gio revealed that Clay's base was hidden in the forest near Mi Riverport. It was a high-security facility, nearly impossible to enter and leave alive. With this information, Onbai and Tingting prepared to leave. Before they could, Wei appeared. Despite her wounds and weakened state, she still carried a burning grudge. Onbai nearly lost the fight. Zhang Wu arrived just in time to rescue Onbai and urged Tingting to leave with him. She refused, determined not to abandon Onbai, even if he was set on killing her father. In a semi-conscious state, Onbai was haunted by memories of his wife and daughter's death. Their car had been rammed by Taekwon's group. His wife begged for mercy, offering a flash disc they wanted, but Taekwon shot them both in front of him. Onbai snapped out of the nightmare and impulsively attacked Zhang Wu. Tingting quickly calmed him, reminding him that they were safe now. Once calm returned, Onbai asked how Zhang Wu had found them. Zhang Wu explained that they were prime targets in the black market. After receiving Tingting's last location from Ping Lu, he found only a fake cop's body. He traced their path to the motel, which served as their hideout. For now, they agreed to rest and planned to find Hao. However, Zhang Wu grew suspicious. Onbai's combat skills were too refined for an ordinary man. Onbai refused to explain, his only focus being avenging his family. Tingting urged him to rest longer, but he insisted he didn't care about the risks until Hao paid. Onbai revealed that his wife had worked at He Group for 8 years. Days before her death, her behavior changed after meeting someone sent by the company. Their car was deliberately hit on the way to the airport. He was certain Hao was involved in the drug smuggling, and the evidence was on a missing flash disk. Zhang Wu hesitated to believe him. If not for Onbai saving Tingting, he would have killed him. Instead, he knocked him out to prevent a reckless death. Soon after, there was a knock at the door. Ping Lu arrived with Zhang Wu's full team. Asa, one of the members, immediately apologized for leaking their hideout to Ping Lu. He claimed that Ping Lu and Zhang Wu held equal status within the company. Ping Lu urged Tingting to leave for her safety, but she refused. She wanted to find her father, now believing he was at Clay Group's drug base. She also suspected a traitor was leaking their plans. Her suspicion was confirmed when Asa and his men suddenly drew their guns. Asa revealed he intended to hand Tingting and Ping Lu over to Clay and kill Zhang Wu on the spot. Zhang Wu dared Asa to shoot him then and there. He vowed that if he survived, he would be the one to finish Asa someday. Before Asa could fire, Onbai woke and shot Asa dead. The shots saved them, but raised questions about Anbai's true identity and role in the conflict. Anbai explained that, like Zheng Wu, he was paid to enforce justice, just by different methods. Meanwhile, at Clay's headquarters, Ing Hao was forced to sign a cooperation contract. Clay threatened to kill his daughter right before his eyes if he refused. Under intense pressure, Ing Hao finally signed. Clay then raised a toast to celebrate his victory. However, Long interrupted, warning that Anbai was no ordinary man. Clay ignored the warning and insulted Long. Feeling humiliated, Long stabbed Clay in the neck, killing him instantly. He then ordered his assistant to prepare for incoming guests. Soon after, Anbai and Zheng Wu arrived and were met with gunfire. Zheng Wu held off the outer guards while Anbai broke inside. Inside, Long waited with his guards, holding Ing Hao and Ting Ting hostage. He threw a pistol to Anbai and offered a deal, killing Hao, and Ting Ting would be freed. Anbai rejected the offer. He told Ing Hao and Ting Ting to hide, then faced Long alone. Long taunted him, calling him weak and expressing regret that he hadn't killed Anbai's entire family years ago. He admitted to masterminding those murders. Enraged, Anbai fought fiercely. Just as he seemed about to lose, Zheng Wu shot Long from a distance. They believed Long was dead, but he rose again, grabbing Ting Ting and pressing a knife to her neck. Ting Ting remembered Anbai's advice to bite and attack the lower body. She did so, catching Long off guard. Anbai then kicked Long into a wooden beam, killing him on the spot. After escaping, Ing Hao insisted he did not kill Anbai's family. He hated drugs and only joined the business under threat to his daughter's safety. He said he would rather die than be part of it. Ting Ting thanked Anbai. She realized her father loved her in his own way, just as Anbai had loved his family. Soon after, they found Ping Lu tied up. Anbai questioned her. He knew she had betrayed them by giving Ting Ting's location to Zheng Wu as bait. Ping Lu admitted it and said she was merely a substitute for Ing Hao, blaming Anbai's wife for refusing to cooperate. Anbai opened a gas valve and lit a lantern. He said his wife might forgive, but he would not. Before leaving, he left a GPS device with Ping Lu as a final apology to Ing Hao and Ting Ting. However, the gas was only a bluff. All traps were set to force a confession. The police surrounded the place and arrested the entire jihadi drug network. So the moral of the story is never trust a pink school bag. It might lead to bombs, betrayals, and bad parenting.